Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Wednesday. Okay, guys, so we have my birthday coming up in Charleston on July 6th on King Street. We have two very fun Bravo celebrities joining us. Actually, we have a few Bravo celebrities joining us, but two that I'm putting on the flyer. So if you guys are in town, I would love to have you. Now, in the meantime, if you didn't catch my other videos, I am not on camera today because we left Charleston. We came to our Airbnb and it's just really difficult to take my studio with me for 2 days. So thank you for understanding. However, I'll be back in my studio tomorrow and we will be back to our normal programming. In the meantime, let's talk some Jersey. So smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and let's jump right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
Not what was in the Manila envelope. All right. So, thinking a reality blurb, Jackie Goldschneider appeared on Sunday's Watch What Happens Live, where she admitted that there wasn't enough dirt in John Fuda's envelope to bring Louis Ruelas down at the Real Housewives of New Jersey Season 13 reunion. As she also reacted to her leaked text about Dolores Catania, discussed her newfound friendship with Teresa Giudice, and addressed the canceled reunion. Jackie accused Margaret of asking her to quit, shaded Melissa Gorga as hypocritical, and responded to a question about the pre-reunion plan that Marge and Melissa had against Louis. There's always a plan, is what Jackie began on the June 16th episode. It was a manila envelope. And it was there, and it was filled with nothing exciting. So yeah, the plan was to try to make Louis look bad. I don't think there was enough in the envelope to really execute. But when asked about Sunday's episode of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, which saw Marge exposing her shady text about Dolores, who she slammed as a slob, Jackie said she shouldn't have to consider whether the word would trigger Dolores. It was a private text that was sent before the season even started. I never worried that a private text would be outed. Guys, Jackie is so annoying this season. She's so annoying. She's like literally Kim D, except she has a job. And she's crawled up Teresa's behind, and she is fighting Teresa's battles. Really, I'm watching it. It's like, man, I'm not in the mood today. I'm really not in the mood. It's like, why am I even recording? She crawled up Teresa's butt. Okay, she made bed in it. She made home because she wouldn't have a job if she didn't. She had to switch. She had to make the switch. We get it. But then you're going against your real friends, which makes you a shitty friend and makes you not a good friend. And then you're saying things like, oh, okay, well, it was a private text. Well, you're saying she's a slob in that you hate her. If I say something in text, it's because I'm going to commit to it. And I probably, even though I trust my friends, if somebody's going to call me out, I'm going to own that shit with everything that I got. So if I'm going to say something in a text, I'm going to own it and I'm going to answer for it and I'm going to say it. But that's me. But for you to sit there and call this woman a slob and I fucking hate her, it's like, well, you said it, you know? And sure, should you not have to worry about your text being leaked? Yeah, I mean, that puts Margaret in question for leaking it. But at that point, you already turned on Margaret. So Margaret was probably like, that's fair game. I'm good on you. Jackie was then asked what happened with her, Melissa, and Marge that led to her being Team Teresa. Nothing happened with Melissa. I don't know how we're not friends right now, but my fight with Margaret had nothing to do with my friendship with Teresa. Teresa and I wanted to reconcile. Now, because Jackie has been reevaluating her friendship with Marge since their falling out, she was questioned about whether that reevaluation led her to consider that Marge was actually involved in the cheating rumors Teresa previously shared about her husband, Evan. Without proof, I don't know anything, but I also don't really care. I'm so over it that I don't care. Now, as for the canceled reunion, Jackie admitted that she was pretty happy about the news because everything has gotten so dark and so toxic amongst the cast, and Jen Fessler, her fellow Watch What Happens Live guest, agreed. Yes, because I'm weak, is what she said. Now, then when Andy noted that the finale answers a lot of questions, Jackie said, I agree, but although Margaret has denied asking her castmates to quit Real Housewives of New Jersey if Louis returned, Jackie said she did ask her. And Jennifer Fessler said she never asked me, and she goes, Jen Fessler, never Jackie Goldschneider, she never asked me. According to Jackie, Margaret asked her to leave the show after accusing Louis of calling her son at work. She asked me. She said she was very upset about Louis allegedly calling her son and said if Louis comes back to the show, we all have to leave. And still, Jennifer continued, that's not what she said to me, maybe to Jackie, but what I had volunteered because she was so upset about her son. And I said to her, do not look at me like that, Jackie. That is exactly how it went down. It's 100% true. She never asked me to not do the show. But moving on to her friendship with Teresa, Jackie said that Evan isn't bothered by the relationship. He's over it also. I asked him before I made up with Teresa, I said, how do you feel about it? And he was like, I'm so over it. Do what makes you feel good. I want you to be around people that make you feel happy. And he actually really likes Louis. As for whether it was hypocritical that Melissa made up with Jennifer Aiden, but gave her a hard time about cozying up to Teresa, Jackie said, yeah. Everyone made up with Danielle Cabral and everyone makes up with Jennifer Aiden. But the minute I made up with Teresa, it's like the world falls apart. But also regarding Sunday's Real Housewives in New Jersey, Jackie weighed in on Danielle and Jennifer Aiden's drama, which saw Jennifer get upset with Danielle after Jennifer Aiden's plastic surgery was left out of the Step and Repeat setup. Jen gave a lot for that charity event, so why not? Of course, build everyone up is what Jackie said. But while Jackie has insisted that she and Teresa have no ulterior motives for being friends with one another, Andy hinted that Teresa shaded Jackie in some way in future episodes after she applauded her as a friend. I think you may be surprised with some things that are coming up, is what he said. And she said, I'm thrown by what you just said. But I stand behind every decision I made. So no matter what's said, I'm fine with that. But now I need to know, is what she said. Continuing on about Teresa, Jackie was asked a series of rapid fire questions, starting with what made her want to be friends with her former on-screen nemesis. She was very warm to me. She wanted to be a friend. It was during a time when my friends were being very mean and toxic to me, and I like moving forward, and I think that's what these shows are about. She was then asked how Teresa was a better friend than Marge, and she said, when my son was injured, my son had a horrible injury this year, and Teresa sent a huge care package, called me all the time, checked in on me, and none of my other friends did that. And she did say Jen Fessler. Jackie also denied being nervous that Teresa was using their friendship to get back at Melissa and Marge. No, because it was me who initiated the friendship. But later on the Watch What Happens Live after show, Jackie was asked how she felt about Melissa, saying that she was tired of hearing her complain about missing invites. Listen, I'm going to be really authentic. I get annoyed when I'm like the only one not invited, and like if that's messy, then like I'm messy. Like I don't like being the only one not invited, and I'm going to admit that. Okay. Well, speaking of Jersey, Kim D is describing the cast's reaction to the canceled reunion. On the June 17th episode of the Misunderstood podcast with Rachel Yucatel, Kim suggested that the cancellation was the cast getting punished by Bravo. They're losing a lot of money. The producers lose a ton, millions. The editors, the producers, the cast, the makeup artists, everybody loses in this. So it had to be pretty bad for them to cancel it. By it, obviously, meaning the reunion. Later in the podcast, Kim revealed that every single one of the cast, and I know them all, were completely sideswiped and shocked over the fact that they're not getting a reunion, and they shot themselves in the foot, all of them. They played their cards, and no one's bigger than Bravo. Kim went on saying that the powers that be warned the cast. Moreover, she's supposed that the network would fire multiple cast members, potentially the entire cast. And of course, she explained, that's my gut feeling, confirming it was speculation. But when people like Andy Cohen and those producers lose this kind of money, I think that they have a bad taste in their mouth. And Kim and Rachel further insinuated that the current cast was full of lawsuits waiting to happen, which Bravo would want no part in. She also revealed the dirty details of the fight, by the way, between Danielle Cabral and Jennifer Aiden. So the broken glass, well, Kim D said it was the ever-present fight between Danielle and Jennifer. While on the same podcast with Rachel Yucatel, she asked Kim if the beef between Danielle and Jennifer had anything to do with the reunion's cancellation. And Kim shared the details of the fight. Danielle picked up a glass pitcher. She threw it, which could have gotten really ugly, which was very dangerous. It was really shocking. Jen said something to Danielle about Nate's anatomy. saying that he's got like, man boobs. And that really put Danielle over the edge. Okay. And I guess it was building up, but this was the second time that it got physical between the two. And she mentioned the much discussed fight that left both of them suspended. And Kim further reported things happened in this finale that blew their producers' minds to the point that the girls aren't even getting screeners anymore. They're on a tight lock. They're on a gag order. They're not even allowed to go on podcasts, and they're not allowed to talk about the show at all. So there's some ugly things that have happened. And with producers as the subject, Rachel asked if the fight was a more personal matter or if it was something, for the cameras. And Kim said, yeah, it was more personal, I believe. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how much I can believe of that with her. And I'll say that. But I want to hear what you guys think. So pop off in the comment section. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.